Cyber Threat Brief for March 1, 2026. OpenClaw's claw-jacked vulnerability, 7 CVE, lets any malicious website hijack a locally running AI agent via WebSocket password brute force, with a patch available in version 2026. 2.25 released February 26. Sentinel-1 issued a formal advisory assessing that Iranian state-aligned threat actors will intensify cyber operations against U.S. Israeli and allied targets following recent kinetic escalation. A compromised Chrome extension, QuickLens, pushed click-fix attacks and crypto-stealing malware to 7,000 users before removal from the web store. Here's the full breakdown of today's top security stories. Next section, critical alerts. Claw-jacked flaw lets malicious sites hijack local OpenClaw AI agents via WebSocket, CVE 2026-26319, and 6 additional CVEs. See show notes for the full list. Oasis Security disclosed a high-severity flaw in OpenClaw's core gateway that allows any malicious website to connect to a developer's locally running AI agent via WebSocket, brute force the gateway password due to missing rate limiting, and silently register as a trusted device without user confirmation. Browsers do not block cross-origin WebSocket connections to localhost, so the attack fires from any page the developer visits. EPS, the exploit prediction scoring system, scores across all 7 CVEs are currently low, highest. CVE 2026-25475 at 26th percentile, CVE 2026-24763 at 24th percentile, reflecting the vulnerability novelty, not its exploitability. A separate log poisoning flaw, addressed in version 2026.2.13, February 14, allowed attackers to inject content into OpenClaw's log files via WebSocket, which the agent then read back as operational input, enabling indirect prompt injection and potential data disclosure. Action: update OpenClaw to version 2026.2.25 immediately. Audit all devices that have been granted trusted gateway access and revoke any unfamiliar entries. When not actively using the gateway, shut it down. Block IOC, indicator of compromise, at Firewall and DNS. API. Extension Analytics Pro.top, shared with QuickLens below, periodically audit permissions granted to AI agents and enforce governance controls on agentic identities. Source: The Hacker News. Next section, business and infrastructure threats. Sentinel-1 Intelligence Brief. Iranian Cyber Activity Outlook Sentinel-1 issued a partner and customer advisory on February 28, 2026, assessing with high confidence that Iranian state-aligned cyber operations are likely to intensify in the near term following recent U.S. and Israeli kinetic strikes against Iranian targets. Iran's established groups, including APT-34 Oil Rig, APT-42 TA-453, APT-39, and Muddy Water, conduct precision espionage, credential theft, and spearphishing against defense, government, critical infrastructure, financial services, and academic targets. Iran has also deployed wiper malware, fake hacktivist personas, Darkbit, cyber Av3ingers, coordinated disinformation across Telegram and X, and criminal proxy ransomware fronts to obscure attribution. Priority targets identified in the advisory include U.S. military and government organizations, Israeli defense entities, diplomatic infrastructure, and defense contractors and their supply chains. Action: treat the current period as elevated risk, particularly if your organization supports government, defense, or critical infrastructure clients. Harden perimeter defenses, enforce M.F.A. multi-factor authentication across all remote access, tighten email filtering for spearphishing, and verify patch status on publicly facing systems. Organizations in named verticals should review incident response readiness and confirm detection coverage for APT-34 and APT-42 TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedures, spearphishing, credential harvesting, lateral movement via legitimate access. Source: Sentinel-1. Quick Lens Chrome extension steals crypto, shows ClickFix attack the Quick Lens Chrome extension. 7,000 users, formerly Google featured, was transferred to a new owner on February 1, 2026, and a malicious version 5.8 was pushed February 17. The extension stripped CSP, X-Frame options, and X-Cross site scripting protection headers from all browsed pages, enabling inline JavaScript execution across every site visited. A command and control at API. Extension Analytics Pro.top was polled every 5 minutes for payloads delivered via a 1x1 GIF pixel onload trick. Payloads included a fake Google Update ClickFix prompt delivering Google Update, EXE, signed with a Chinese food company certificate, which spawned hidden PowerShell connecting to drivers.solutions/metainf/Zuoa. SIS, and a second agent targeting MetaMask, Phantom, Coinbase Wallet, Trust Wallet, Solflare Backpack, Brave Wallet, and Exodus credentials. Google has removed the extension from the Chrome Web Store. Action: remove Quick Lens from all managed browsers. Block at DNS and Firewall, API, Extension Analytics Pro.top, and 2 additional domains. See show notes for the full list. Source: Bleeping Computer. Hackers weaponize Claude Code in Mexican government cyberattack threat actors used Claude Code, an AI coding assistant, to write exploits, build attack tooling, and automate data exfiltration against a Mexican government target, resulting in over 150 gigabytes of data stolen. This is a documented case of AI-assisted attack automation used at operational scale against a government network. Action: review acceptable use policies for AI coding tools and confirm these tools are not accessible from sensitive development or production environments without appropriate controls. Monitor for follow-up reporting with technical indicators. Source: Security Week. Next section, General Security News. Who is the Kimwolf botmaster, Dort? Krebs on Security published an open-source intelligence profile on Dort, operator of the Kimwolf botnet, identified as Jacob Butler of Ottawa, Canada, DOB August 2003. Butler began as a Minecraft cheater, Dortware, escalated to selling disposable email services and CAPTCHA bypass tools, and was active in Lapsus dollar channels in 2022. Butler and a partner, Koft, stole over $250,000 in Xbox Game Pass accounts via automated card fraud. Since a researcher disclosed the Kimwolf vulnerability, Dort has coordinated DDoS, doxing, email flooding, and a SWAT attack against the researcher and against Krebs. This is a named threat actor profile, not a direct SMB, small and medium business, action item, but relevant for situational awareness on botnet operations and retaliation patterns against security researchers. Source: Krebs on Security. OpenClaw, but in containers. Meet NanoClaw in response to OpenClaw's growing security incident history. Software engineer Gavriel Cohen built NanoClaw, a container-isolated AI agent platform with approximately 4,000 lines of code. Each agent runs in a dedicated container with access scoped strictly to the integration it requires, preventing one compromised agent from reaching all connected services. The codebase is small enough for a single reviewer to audit fully, a notable contrast to OpenClaw's 400,000 lines. Andrej Karpathy highlighted the project publicly. For teams evaluating AI agent deployment, NanoClaw's container isolation model is a relevant reference architecture against the blast radius risks demonstrated by the ClawJack disclosure. Source: The Register. Canadian Tire data breach impacts 38 million accounts names, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, and encrypted passwords for 38 million Canadian Tire accounts were compromised in a breach. No additional technical details are available in current reporting. Action: no direct SMB action required unless your organization holds Canadian Tire accounts for procurement. Advise staff with personal or corporate Canadian Tire accounts to change passwords and check for credential reuse across other services. Source: Security Week. $4.8 M in crypto stolen after Korean tax agency exposes Wallet Seed, South Korea's national tax service, published a press release about a tax enforcement operation that included unredacted photos of a handwritten 24-word ledger seed phrase for a seized cold wallet holding 8.1 billion won, tilde $5.6 M. Within hours, an attacker deposited ETH for gas fees and transferred 4 million PRTG tokens, $4.8 M, out in 3 transactions. The press release has been removed. This incident illustrates how physical key material in photos or documents creates immediate and total compromise of any associated wallet. The same concept applies to any secret photographed or published, including server passwords, API, keys, and recovery codes. Source: Bleeping Computer. Next section, Patch Priority. OpenClaw, all versions before 2026.2.25, high. Claw jacked flaw, 7 CVEs, full AI agent takeover via WebSocket from any malicious website. Patch or shut down the gateway immediately. Vim CVE 2026-28417, moderate. OS command injection via the Netro plugin, EPS 23rd percentile. Update Vim on any system where it is deployed, particularly servers where users may open files from untrusted sources. Vim CVE 2026-28418, low moderate. Heap buffer overflows, Emacs tags parsing, general, and stack buffer overflow in build SDL SDR-HL. All 3 have EPS near 0. Bundle with the Vim update, and 3 additional CVEs. See show notes for the full list. Next section, Vulnerability Disclosures. Vim, OS command injection and memory corruption, CVE 2026-28417, and 3 additional CVEs. See show notes for the full list. MSRC published 4 Vim vulnerabilities on March 1, 2026. CVE 2026-28417 is an OS command injection in Vim's Netro plugin, EPS 23rd percentile, 0. 1 score, the most actionable of the 4 as command injection via file handling, is a known vector for attack when users open untrusted content. Is a heap-based buffer overflow in Emacs tags, parsing EPS 0. Covers a heap buffer overflow and segmentation fault, EPS 0. Is a stack buffer overflow in build SDL SDR-HL, EPS 0. All 4 carry minimal exploitation probability at this time, but the Netro command injection is worth prioritizing for any environment where Vim is used on shared or multi-user systems, and 3 additional CVEs. See show notes for the full list. Action: update Vim on Windows systems. Watch MSRC for KB numbers. Prioritize CVE 2026-28417, command injection, over the memory corruption variants. Sources: MSRC CVE 2026-28417 MSRC, and 7 additional CVEs. See show notes for the full list. That concludes today's cyber threat brief. From Carolina Clear Tech, stay patched, stay vigilant,